Welcome back to Reds Fusion LFC. Liverpool are shaking up January in a big way. A new signing is already through the door, another deal is brewing, and the transfer plans are crystal clear. Virgil van Dijk breaks his silence with a blunt response on retirement talk. Federico Chiesa sparks fresh rumors with a Juventus twist, and the Reds table a huge £43 million bid for a dazzling forward. Plus, Arne Slot is plotting an attacking revamp as nerves grow over Conor Bradley. Buckle up, Reds. This is one explosive update you don't want to miss. Liverpool announced first January signing, and another one is on the way in clear plan. Liverpool have confirmed the signing of Tala Ndiaye, with the defender becoming the first Reds signing of the January transfer window. Liverpool have announced that they have completed the signing of talented defender Tala Ndiaye. The deal marks the first signing done by the Reds during the January transfer window. Earlier this week, that Liverpool were close to completing a deal to sign Ndiaye, and now the club has announced that the 18-year-old has secured his switch to Anfield. Ndiaye plays at center-back and was most recently in action for Senegal during the Under-17 World Cup in Qatar, where the teenager made 4 appearances in the tournament. Liverpool have been heavily linked with strengthening their defense from the turn of the year, with Crystal Palace center-back Mark Guéhi a known player of interest to the Reds. They have now completed the signing of Ndiaye in what looks to be the first of 2 deals that are expected to get over the line. Liverpool have also held talks with Austria Vienna about completing the signing of Ifeanyi Ndukwe in what would see the defender move to Merseyside during the summer. Both Ndiaye and Ndukwe are expected to link up with the Reds' Under-21s team, who are managed by former Wales boss Rob Page. Liverpool may also have got another deal over the line in recent weeks, with Burnley defender Noah Adekoya recently announcing that he too is signed for the Reds, who have yet to officially confirm it. The latest deals from Liverpool show the club's plan to invest in young talent that they can develop for the future, rather than pay big money for other players who could be on the market. The Reds have until February 2nd to complete their transfer business for this window, after which it will have to wait until the summer to strengthen their squad once again. Arne Slot could, however, miss out on his top target Guéhi this month, with Manchester City and Arsenal both pursuing a deal. Virgil van Dijk addresses retirement rumors as Liverpool captain issues blunt response. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has dismissed speculation about his international retirement. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has quashed rumors suggesting he's on the brink of calling time on his international career. The Reds captain is gearing up for this summer's World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, where he'll lead the Netherlands onto the pitch. Van Dijk remains an integral part of Liverpool's setup, having steered the club to Premier League glory last season during his second campaign as permanent captain. Speculation surrounding the Dutchman's future swirled for several months last term as his contract ticked towards its expiry date. However, Van Dijk ultimately committed his future to Liverpool by penning a fresh deal that ties him to Anfield until summer 2027. Mohamed Salah followed suit by signing a new contract around the same period, whilst Trent Alexander-Arnold departed for Real Madrid. The previous year also saw Van Dijk helping the Netherlands secure their place at this summer's World Cup, with qualifications sealed following a 3-2 triumph over Lithuania last September, reports the Liverpool Echo. Rumors began circulating after that match that Van Dijk might soon call time on his international career, claims the Liverpool captain has now firmly rejected. "I never said that," Van Dijk told British Vogue's February edition. "I don't look too far ahead," he continued. Van Dijk was also pressed on his vision for the next decade. "There's still years in my career, so I literally have no idea," said Van Dijk. "As long as I'm happy and the kids are happy, it's cool." Van Dijk was last seen on the pitch for Liverpool on Thursday night when the Reds battled to a goalless draw with Arsenal in the Premier League, a result which leaves them in 4th place in the table and 14 points adrift of the Gunners, who are still top of the standings. Liverpool now gear up to take on Barnsley at Anfield on Monday night in the 3rd round of the FA Cup, with it yet to be confirmed if Van Dijk will feature in the match. If the Dutch defender doesn't make an appearance against Barnsley, his next opportunity will be when Liverpool lock horns with Burnley in the Premier League on January 17th. Federico Chiesa makes Juventus call amid Liverpool transfer rumors. Liverpool forward Federico Chiesa continues to be linked with a transfer move away from Anfield, where he is still struggling for regular minutes under Arne Slot. Federico Chiesa has been in contact with some of his old teammates at Juventus amid speculation that he could leave Liverpool this year, according to reports in Italy. Rarely used by Arne Slot and usually limited to a cameo off the bench here and there, Chiesa has been tipped to rejoin his former club in order to get enough minutes ahead of the World Cup. The 28-year-old has recently turned down the chance to represent his national team, but may change his stance ahead of the summer. The Italian outlet Tuttosport claims that Chiesa has spoken with some Juventus players. So far, though, Liverpool has not received contact from the Serie A side, whose manager played down the links earlier in the week. "I am pleased you are giving me this news, seeing as we haven't even had a meeting yet on the transfer market," Juventus head coach Luciano Spalletti said on Tuesday via Football Italia. "But it's the first I've heard of it. For the moment, it's just thrown out there, but absolutely nothing concrete behind it." Chiesa has supposedly spoken to some of his old teammates and friends at Juventus, especially Dusan Vlahovic, Manuel Locatelli, and Federico Gotti. While some of the hierarchy at Juventus are keen to re-sign Chiesa from Liverpool this month, not everyone is convinced that it would be the right move, Tutto Juve says. Chiesa is well down the pecking order under Slot, and has therefore been linked with an exit. Liverpool can't really afford to lose him, though, with several players injured and a limited amount of squad depth. Mohamed Salah is currently away at AFCON, while Alexander Isak is out injured with a broken leg. Hugo Ekitike has missed the last 2 games, but he is not expected to be sidelined for long. "I do feel better in terms of physical ability. I think I have played more this season than last season combined, I think, so I'm happy and have to continue on this path. It was really difficult, but I think I wasn't at the level that the coach wanted me to play. I understood his choices last year. This year is different. I feel better physically and mentally. The coach, I think, sees that and has given me more opportunities. I am glad I have made contributions in the Premier League. That is what the coach wants and what the other players want. To play for Liverpool, you have to make a difference. I have to keep on working hard to get more chances in the future."
Liverpool make £43 million offer to sign dazzling forward who Alexander Isak knows well. Liverpool have reportedly made an offer for a La Liga star who has played with Alexander Isak at international level. Liverpool earned plenty of praise for their performance as they drew 0-0 with Arsenal in North London on Thursday night, but a lack of cutting edge preventing a good-way display from becoming a great one. The Reds did not manage a single shot on target from their 8 efforts on goal, but came closest to scoring when Conor Bradley hit the underside of the crossbar in the first half. In the second half, Florian Wirtz danced through the Arsenal defence before being brought down by Leandro Trossard inside the penalty area. Gary Neville argued the hosts were lucky to not have been penalised, as Liverpool were left frustrated by the decision going against them. While Liverpool's defence has looked more solid in recent weeks, they have struggled to create a high number of chances. The draw with Arsenal was their second 0-0 result in 3 games, after a stalemate with Leeds United at Anfield on January 1. As the Reds look for more cutting edge, they have been linked with a move for a Barcelona star who has been described as one of the most sought-after players in the transfer market. According to Spanish outlet Fijades, Liverpool have made a £43 million offer for Rooney Bardhi, who is dazzling for Barcelona this campaign. The Reds are currently without Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike through injury, while Mohamed Salah is on international duty with Egypt at the African Cup of Nations. The report from Spain claims that Barghi sees his route to regular first-team football at Barcelona blocked by Lamine Yamal, while Liverpool are said to be offering the Swedish international a chance to become a big player in their project. He is a player known well by Isak, with the duo playing together for Sweden on international during the autumn. This season he has scored 2 goals and provided 4 assists for Barca in just 413 minutes of action. He has yet to start a Champions League game and has been named in the starting 11 just 3 times in La Liga. Barcelona might also be unable to refuse a £43 million offer for a player not starting regularly as they look to bolster their finances. Reflecting on Thursday's draw, Ekitike admitted he wanted to see his side create more chances. He said, "I'm a bit surprised that people think this is a good performance, because when we have 60 or 70% ball possession against other teams, people find it boring, and now it's a good performance. But again, we hardly create a chance, and now we say, what a performance. This is who we are. We can dominate possession, we know how to do build-up, but we struggle, obviously, in a few things. Set pieces are one of them, dominating moments when we're in the final third to find the right pass and the right execution. That is something that is still not at the level some other teams are, and that's why we're working every single day."
Arne Slot plots attacking revamp as Liverpool made to sweat over Conor Bradley. Arne Slot could make a number of changes to his side when Liverpool host Barnsley in the FA Cup. Liverpool clinched an impressive point on the road against Arsenal on Thursday as they fought out a 0-0 draw at the Emirates. The better side on the night, despite a number of absentees, the stalemate saw Arne Slot's men tighten their grip on a place in the top 4. The Reds are back in action on Monday as attention turns to the FA Cup, with League One Barnsley the visitors to Anfield. Arne Slot will likely have to make at least one change after Conor Bradley was stretchered off late on against Arsenal with a serious-looking injury. Speaking after the final whistle, the Liverpool head coach admitted he feared the worst. In truth, the Dutchman is likely planning a number of changes, but with Bradley by no means the Reds' only absentee, it remains to be seen if Slot will turn to the academy to complete his squad or instead select a more senior quota. Ahead of the game, the Echo takes a look at the changes Liverpool could make as their FA Cup journey gets underway. Georgie in goal as Robbo returns. Georgie Mamardashvili could start in goal against Barnsley, while Andy Robertson is in line to come in at left back and captain the Reds. Should Slot wish to rest both Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate, Joe Gomez will come in at center back, with Welity Lucky, Amara Nallo, and Carter Pennington perhaps vying to partner him. Bradley's injury could force Slot's hand at right back, though, with Jeremy Frimpong the only available natural senior option. Should Liverpool wish not to risk him, given the likely need for the Dutchman in the position going forward, Calvin Ramsey could come in for a rare start. Alternatively, Curtis Jones is also a makeshift option after being left unused against Arsenal, while Josh Davidson and Luke Chambers offer Trey's time to shine. In truth, Jones is more likely to line up in his favored midfield position after remaining on the bench at the Emirates. Trey Nyoni is also well-placed to come in for a start and could be given a chance to shine, either in a deeper midfield role or at number 10. Ryan Gravenberch could be rested, with Alexis McAllister perhaps more likely to be retained if Slot opts for a more senior feel to his side, given he has found himself in and out of the starting 11 in recent weeks. Liverpool will likely be without Wataru Endo, though, with the Japanese having missed the past month with an ankle injury. Stefan Bajcetic is not yet fit to return, but further options include Michael Laffey and Tommy Pilling.